Hey guys, this is Zach, amateur radio, call sign Whiskey 9, Zulu Kilo. I don't really have a good intro for this video because frankly it's going to be really stupid, but here's the meme that I put together a week ago that kind of inspired this whole shebango and drained about $200 out of my bank account. Overall, worth it. I'm excited, so let's take a look.
I'll get back to calling CQ. Hello for anybody, anywhere. This is Whiskey 9 Zulu Kilo calling CQ and standing by.
So the main idea was, a Wolf River coil is a base-loaded vertical, right? It's got a little inductor smacked at the bottom, a variable inductor coil, and that simulates the vertical being a little bit taller, gives it some resonance at lower frequencies than what you would ordinarily be able to achieve. Well, what happens if you just put more coil there? So shortly after making that meme, I went out and I bought my second Wolf River Coil Mini. Now, ideally, I would have bought the full Silver Bullet 1000. That'd probably accomplish what I'm about to try and accomplish. But they were out, and now they're at Dayton. So, I thought this would have to do. So I got two of them. Now, what I also decided to get, just for my own enjoyment, was the full 213-inch telescopic whip. This thing is pretty much dead resonant on 20 meters, so that's a full unloaded, just a plain old vertical on 20, and I really have no complaints about that. But just for completion's sake, I did bring the standard, was 102, I think, the 102-inch whip that comes along with most Wolf River coils. If you actually go look at the spec page of the Wolf River coils and all the different versions, you'll actually find that this is a bit like the whole debate with is it better to buy like 2 medium pizzas than to buy one large one. It turns out buying one large one is actually a better deal if you calculate the area of the pizza. Because, and I don't remember the numbers off the top of my head, I'll put them on the screen here, but a single Silver Bullet Mini will give you, I think it's like 34 microhenries of added impedance, inductance, one of the I words, and the proper Silver Bullet 1000 will actually give you over double that. And so trying to add two Silver Bullet Minis together, stacking them on top of each other, doesn't really make much sense when you could just buy the full Silver Bullet 1000. But I'm gonna do it anyway. Now this is where the magic happens. Now you're picking up what I'm putting down. This feels like Star Wars. So right now I've got the 102-inch, about the bog standard whip, with two Wolf River Coil Silver Bullet Minis. Let's do just a quick SWR sweep and get an idea here. So because this antenna is so weird, just like the geometry of it, the SWR actually, like the lowest it goes is about a 2.0, but it's pretty much, the dip is hanging out around 21.5 megahertz right now, so let's load it up as much as it goes and see where that SWR dip lies. So real quick, I just put a single coil on that on that highest loading possible. And with the standard whip, we're looking at an SWR. That dip is hanging out, and again, the standard coil is rated for 40 meters through 10 meters, and it looks like it's hanging out almost exactly at WWV's 5 megahertz transmitter. It's actually 4.96 megahertz, getting an SWR of 1.2 to 1, so that's pretty cool. Let's see how much lower it can go. Alright, so I've put the second coil as low as it goes. Now let's start scrolling down the band here. And, ooh, look at that! Alright. We're getting a very high Q antenna. Not nearly as high Q as some of the ones I've played with, but maximum loading with the standard 102-inch whip. You get 1.3 to 1 at 3.54 megahertz. So with two Wolf River Coil Minis and the standard 102-inch whip, you get almost the entirety of the 80-meter band. And you get some interesting noise rejection characteristics of a high Q antenna. I kind of started this thinking it's dumb, but that's actually pretty cool. That's not a bad, like, is it efficient? Hell no. Like, is that gonna, but are you gonna be able to produce a usable signal? Maybe, yeah. Pump 100 watts to that thing, and hell, someone might actually hear you. But now, let's do something a little dumber. The 17-foot whip.
Oh, baby, she thick.
Alright, so we have the 17, it's like 17 and a half feet or something, whatever, 200, I don't even know, I think it's 213 inches, whatever that works out to. We got the 213-inch whip with two fully loaded, 34 microhenry, something like that, two fully loaded Wolf River Coil Minis with the 17.5-foot whip. Let's run an SWR sweep. I'm already just gonna pregame. I'm gonna move this down to center on 2.5 megahertz, plus or minus. We'll go 1.2, or I guess, yeah, 600 kilohertz plus or minus. Total scope size of a 1.2. And okay, that is actually kind of tragic. Okay. I mean, yeah, that's kind of useless. So right now we have, and again, I'll put up a picture of this. We have our dip, right, our resonance point, which is a respectable of almost a 1.4 to 1 SWR. That's like, that's cool, but but it's centered on 2.6 megahertz. That's kind of useless. I don't really know what we could do with that. There's no band between 80 and 160 meters to my knowledge. So, yeah, I mean, that's cool. So the lesson learned here is that you may be able to use a setup kind of like this to get on, say, like 160 meters, but you would need at least one full-size Silver Bullet 1000, and you're probably going to benefit from the 213-inch whip. Now, you could probably make it work with a single Silver Bullet 1000 and a Wolf River Coil Mini. Ideally, you'd probably want, for cushion, the two full-size Silver Bullet 1000s. And with that much loading, you might as well get the Platinum. But at the end of the day, this whole setup is pretty dumb for something like 160 meters. I don't really know too much about those lower bands, but I do know that that's a big wavelength, and trying to stick that on a loaded vertical so close to the ground, you might get some cool ground wave propagation characteristics, but that's about it, so don't expect anything fancy out of that.
CQQC. This is Kilo Echo 7, Foxtrot Echo India, calling CQCQCQ. CQCQCQ. This is Kilo Echo 7.
My antenna fell over. This is what happens when you try and do this in Oklahoma. Damn it. Let's take a little look-see look here. Damn you. Yes, sir. That's a bit of a dent. So, this is the segment in question here, and it looks like on its way down it hit a rock or something. And oh yeah, that's not going any further. I might be able to hammer this out, but that segment is not going to retract. This is as retracted as that is gonna get. So that is mad unfortunate. You know, I feel like this is a recurring theme throughout my videos. Can you do it? Sure. Should you do it? That's the kicker. Probably not. You can... Okay, if you have an extra coil laying around. So like me, the proper reason why I kind of wanted this coil was because I plan on doing a mobile installation, and I also wanted to just have my go bag as well, completely separate. So like if you're in that kind of a situation and you have two coils, cool, you know, you got full access to 80 meters now, pretty much. But don't go out and buy a separate coil unless you've got like unless you're looking to go through 160 meters and just it won't be good. It won't make sense really. But if you've got like a I don't know, a local area ground wave net that hangs out on 160, fine. Maybe this will work. I don't know. You would need a full Silver Bullet 1000 for that, and at least another mini coil in order to even try that. You might just need two Silver Bullet 1000s. I don't know. So, anyway, if you liked the video, leave a like. If you didn't like the video, leave a dislike. I'm gonna go probably order a new whip, because mine does not retract all the way now. I'll see if I can hammer this out first. Let's be real, I'm probably not gonna order another whip, it's fine. It works, it's still okay. It just doesn't close all the way. Till next time, this is W9ZK 73. God, this just looks dumb. That's as low as it goes. Oh my goodness.